Hey, welcome to LDSBookReviews.com. My name is Ryan Daly, and today we are doing Massacre at Meadow Mountain by Walker, Turley, and Leonard. Okay, this is a more recent book on the Meadow Mountain Massacre that took place in Utah in the mid to late 1850s. As complicated as it is, there was a group of immigrants that were massacred by members of the church in southern Utah as they were coming through. This is phenomenally complicated of a topic, and yet they do a phenomenal job at documenting this. This is by far the best book on Meadow Mountain Massacre that's out there. And I know that there are critics out there that can say one thing and challenge certain things, but as a whole, very little of this can be challenged. It was just phenomenally researched, phenomenally written, and I loved it because it embraced the complexity of the situation. It didn't try to create a narrative that just sounded good, but it embraced the challenges that Brigham Young were going through. It embraced the challenges that the Saints were going through with the United States government. It embraced Parley P. Pratt being assassinated just shortly before. It embraced just the rhetoric that was taking place within the LDS community in the mid to late 1850s that built up almost an unprecedented boiling point that just culminated in this activity, and yet didn't ignore the reality of the individual choices of the people in this situation down in Meadow Massacre, southern Utah. Meadow Massacre, Meadow Mountain, Mountain Meadows, down there, southern Utah, down in by Enterprise. Awesome place. Go for it. Visit it. It is somewhat of a gruesome scene, something that in church history we don't address super often, but the complexity of seeing human beings wrapped up in the social carbonation that takes place in this period of time, misinterpreting, overanalyzing, and ultimately making extremely biased decisions that led to a massacre of these individuals. Um, at times was moving. I absolutely loved it. I'm going to give this a solid 3 stars. I'm not going to give it 4 because I don't think it's a topic that everyone needs to. But if you're interested in the Meadow Mountain Massacre, this is the place to go. This is the one-stop shop with the most introduction, the most updated information, and probably the most academically accurate. It doesn't shy away from Brigham's issues, but it addresses them and puts them into a good light, into a more reasonable light in the context of everything, and John D. Lee and his actions. So if you're interested in the topic, you're curious, great read, great place to go. In fact, I do believe that this is available on Audible, so if you're a book listener, use a credit, listen to it. I've read it and I've listened to it, and I love listening to the narrative because it's really fascinating. They've written it really well. It's rare that a book like this can be read as an audible and just be as interesting as ever. So 3 solid stars. Thanks, guys. Love it. Addressed a very hard topic, super complex, but did it in a way that's got a good streamlined approach. I'm going to warn you, you're not going to feel great about every member of the church in this. You're just not, and nor should you. Um, People made mistakes, big mistakes. Sometimes it was just a boiling point of pressure, and you're even going to have moments when you're like, man, I wish Brigham was a little settled down. He probably could have tempered it a little bit, but it also doesn't cast anyone in an undue light, right? So I think it was fair. We'll leave it at that. Again, if you're interested, great place to start. Solid 3 stars. This is ldsbookreviews.com. If you're interested, please see the blog at ldsbookreviews.com for more reviews or follow this channel on YouTube. Thanks, guys.